Did you know that there may be poison in some fish we eat and in the water we drink? Hello, my name is Daniel Felipe Suarez. I am 11 years old. I am from Bogota, Colombia. I want to share with you a problem that affects 2 of the 17 Global Sustainable Development Goals proposed by the United Nations Organization. Those goals are number 3, good health and well-being, and number 14, life below water. I know the problem because my mother went to the market one day and went to buy a fish. She chose one, but it seemed very strange and insuspiciously cheap. The fish was called panga urbasa, and as it was so rare, my mother investigated and realized that this variety of fish was removed from many markets around the world because it contaminated with mercury, a substance that is toxic and can cause harm to whoever eats it. First, I tell you that mercury is a chemical element that has the number 80 in the periodic table. It's the only metallic element that is liquid, and the symbol is Hg. It's used in temperature measurement element, and it was used by dentists to fill the teeth. I can tell you that from mom's experience with panga urbasa, I found a problem that I made myself for questions. Let's start with the first question. Why is there mercury in the fish that are selling to us? The answer is simple. That fish began born and growing in water contaminated with mercury. And that mercury reached the rivers because it is used to extract gold from the mines. To get gold from the mines, it is bathed in mercury, which sticks to the gold and facilitates its separating from the rock. Then, when the gold is removed, it comes out with mercury, and this is heated so that the mercury evaporates. When this concentrated falls to the ground, passes to the underground water currents, and thus reaches the rivers and seas. According to a report by the International Labour Organization in 2004, mercury mining worldwide directly employed 13 million people, 30% women, 15% children, and the area could depend on this activity for 100 million substance. Okay, the graphic represents the amount of people that work in mining in the world. In the world are 13 millions of miners. 55% of them are men, 30% are women, and 15% are children. The process that we must do to find to extract the amount of each category is: for children, we have to start with the rule of 3, making 2 columns, one for the percent and one for the children. So first, we have to put the total of workers that are 13 millions, that correspond to the 100%. In the same column of percent, we put the 15%. We want to know the number of children that work in mining, so we have to multiply 15 times 13 millions over 100. Thanks to the rule of 10, we have the opportunity to put 2 out zeros of the 13 millions and 100. Now we have 15 times 100 and 30,000 over 1. The result of this is 1,950,000 children that works in the mining. This process thus was made with fractions. Now this is one made with decimals. 15% over 100% is equal to 15 over 100. This is equal to 0.15. This 0.15 is multiplied by 13 million miners. The result is 950,000 children that works in the mining. As you can see, the result using fractions and decimals are the same. The mercury is used in mines is absorbed by the earth and reaches the rivers and seas. The methods to extract the gold from the mines must be changed for safer ones that do not most use mercury. The second question: how can mercury affect our health? As explained earlier, this is a very toxic substance which can poison people when they eat or inhale. If mercury enters the body, eating contaminated fish can cause serious health problems in areas like the nervous system, the immune system, the digestive system, the skin, lungs, the kidneys, and the eyes. It is also dangerous for the development of a baby while it's inside the mother. In my research, I found that mercury is one of the 10 most harmful chemicals for the body, and that people who live in from fishing in Brazil, Canada, Colombia, and China, between 1.5 and 17 of each 1,000 children had mental retardation caused by the consumption of contaminated fish. For many years, nobody realized that these fish were contaminated with mercury, and that it is seriously affecting people's health with brain damage, paralysis, and speech problems. The third question: what has been done so that the rivers do not continue to be contaminated with mercury, and so that people do not get sick from eating fish with mercury? To protect human health and the environment, several countries signed with Minamata Convention against mercury in Japan in 2013 and agreed to inform people, more educate them, and find ways to avoid mercury. Colombia signed the agreement 4 years ago, but is not started to comply, and the saddest thing is that our country is the second country which pollutes more by mercury. China is the first. Between 2013 and 2015, 1,126 intoxicated persons showed up in the departments of Antioquia, Chocó, Córdoba, Sucre, and Bolívar. One last question: what will be a possible and realistic solution? The solution is in the hands of countries and large companies to prevent harmful effects on health. To stop contamination with mercury, we must all be able to do something. If the healthy environment is a right that all people have, and the water and fish are contaminated, the right to a healthy and dignified life is damaged, because they are resources created by God for our benefit. We have to do something to defend our dignity and rights to live in a healthy environment, and to eat fish without poison. I propose working on prevent campings, making more people aware of the problem, and knowing which fish is contaminated with mercury. Remember that among the spiritual works of mercy are those of teaching to the one who does not know and giving good advice to those who need it. That's why I think it's important to teach to prevent. We must have good information on what is happening in Colombia and the world on this subject, so that the greatest number of people take great care in knowing the fish they buy and taking care to buy it in places that control the quality of the food. In conclusion, the use of mercury to extract gold from the mines has caused that there is mercury in the fish that are selling to us. People is eating fish that affects their health. Aquatic life is being contaminated. Many people are becoming seriously ill. Things to do. The Minamata Agreement must be achieved because mercury for gold mining is a worldwide problem. We must pay attention to the types of fish that we buy and eat. We can do a pedagogical campaigns in the school with our parents and teachers, so that they pay attention when they buy seafood, and to teach people about this environmental and human health problem. Well, I end my contribution by thanking you for your attention and inviting you to read the list of fish that may or may not have mercury, to warn our parents about mercury, known also as poison. You will find here the list of the main references I used in my research. Until next time, and thanks for your attention.